take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented
Good evening, baseball fans. You are here on Yankees The Ugly Truth with Ken. We will be calling tonight's live play-by-play. This live stream of the Yankees versus the Orioles is going to be simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. I want to thank Mitch and his crew for supporting the stream. As usual, it is always appreciated. And I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy Tuesday evening to come listen to a little bit of Yankee baseball. Don't know if you all have heard it, but the imaging on Jose Caballero's finger was not good. He ended up having a broken middle finger, and he is on the 10-day IL. Most likely to be on the IL for 4 to 6 weeks. As the corresponding roster move, the Yankees have recalled Anthony Volpe, and he is in Baltimore, not in the starting lineup. Not sure exactly how recalling Volpe helps. I would have thought that the Yankees might have made a bold move by adding George Lombard Jr. up and bringing him to the majors. However, that was not the way. And I want to thank the folks that are here. Margaret, Jonathan, Yanks for Life, Kaz, Nancy. Want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and listen to a little bit of baseball. I am going to announce the lineups for today. Leading off playing first base for the Yankees is going to be Paul Goldschmidt. Hitting in the 2-hole is going to be right fielder Aaron Judge. In the 3-hole will be the DH Ben Rice. Cleaning up and playing left field is going to be Cody Bellinger. In the 5-hole is going to be the second baseman Ahmed Rosario. In the 6-hole is going to be center fielder Trent Grisham. In the 7-hole is going to be Ryan McMahon. And in the 8-hole, playing shortstop is going to be Max Schumann. Austin Wells will be behind the dish and bringing up the rear. On the bump for the Yankees today is going to be Will Warren. For the Orioles, leading off and playing shortstop is going to be Gunnar Henderson. Hitting in the 2-hole is going to be Taylor Ward playing left field. Behind the dish and in the 3-hole hitter is going to be Adlai Rutschman. Cleaning up will be the first baseman Pete Alonso. Hitting in the 5-hole, the DH is going to be Asayo. In the 6-hole is going to be right fielder Tyler O'Neill. In the 7-hole is going to be center fielder Colton Cowser. In the 8-hole is going to be last night's hero Colby Mayo playing third base. And bringing up the rear is going to be Jackson playing second base. On the bump is going to be Trevor Rogers, left-hander for the Orioles. And that is our active lineup. If you have not, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 8 votes at this time. I believe it's 8. Yeah, 8 votes. And if you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. As you know, our goal is 30 likes for live play-by-play. So anything you can do to help us get to that goal would be most appreciated. We are currently at 8 likes. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. We actually lost a sub today, so we're down to 711. Our goal point is 715, so we're 4 away from that. And want to welcome John Mazzola. Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you being here. We are just about to start the game off. The Orioles have taken the field at Camden Yards, so hopefully we turn things around today and the Yankees break out of this losing streak. Yeah, 7-Eleven is a conversation piece if they have them in your areas. In the Midwest, they have something called Quick Trip. Quick Trip is the big is the convenience store of preference. All right, Winchell's and Cali. Donuts, donuts, donuts. Who's got the donuts? I was really hoping that the Yankees would make a roster move to bring George Lombard Jr. up. Hunter Wendelstedt is our home plate umpire. He has 29 major league seasons. He is considered a pitcher-friendly umpire. And Roger sets. The first pitch is on the way, and this is hammered to left field. This one is going, and gone. And Paul Goldschmidt leads the game off with a solo shot home run for the New York Yankees. Yankees are up 1-0. That is Goldie's 4th home run of the season. Traveled 402 feet and left his bat at 109.8 miles an hour. So let's go Yankees. Coming up to bat is the captain, Aaron Judge. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. And the pitch is on the way, and Judge swings and misses at a sinker outside. Count is 0-1. Roger sets and fires. The changeup is swung on by Judge. Count is 0-2. And in traditional fashion with a 2-strike count, Judge takes timeout. He is hitting .267 on the season, 16 homers, 30 RBIs, and a 1036 OPS. And he grabs some dirt and throws it to the side. And the pitch is on the way and is grounded to the third baseman. Mayo fields it and fires across the diamond for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice. And Rogers sets. First pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Roger sets and he fires, and the sinker is off the plate. Count is 2-0. And Roger sets, pitch is on the way, and Rice fouls this one down the third base line. Count is 2-1. Welcome to the stream, Ronald. Appreciate you being here. Rice is hitting .312 on the season, 13 home runs. And Roger sets, pitch is on the way, and it is lined into right field past the second baseman for a single. He nailed the hell out of that one. That's a good sign for Ben Rice. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. First pitch is on the way, and Bellinger takes it for a call. Strike one is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball right down the heart of Broadway. Pitch is on the way, and this is a line drive to center field. Kaiser is drifting to his left, and he's going to put it away in right center field. So that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Ahmed Rosario, hitting .265 on the season, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, and an .816 OPS. And Rogers sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off to the right side, and that is going to make it into the stands. As you know, Rosario is our second left-handed pitching countermeasure. So let's hope good things happen for Ahmed tonight. And Rogers sets. Pitch is on the way, and Rosario guys this one to left field. Ward is back, and he is going to make the play just short of the warning track for the final out. But that is going to do it for the Yankees, but not before the Yankees add a run to the board off of a Paul Goldschmidt homer. So as we head to the bottom of the first, Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Coming up to bat is Gunnar Henderson, Taylor Ward, and Adlai Rutschman. And for tonight's scoreboard, a bunch of games are just underway. In the bottom of the second, the Guardians and Angels are locked up at zeros. As you know, heading to the bottom of the first, Yankees have a 1-0 lead on the O's. In the top of the first, the Rockies and Pirates are locked up at zeros. And in the top of the first, the Nationals and Reds are locked up at zeros. And that's our active scoreboard at this time. Next game about to start is going to be the Phillies at Boston. For those of you that are here, if you have not, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 9 votes at this point. And as you know, our goal is 30 likes for the live play-by-play. We are at 11, so we are 19 away from our goal of 30. Please hit the like button. Hey, Evan, welcome to the stream. Congratulations on your graduation, brother. Very proud of you. Thanks for taking time to listen to a little bit of Yankee baseball. And Warren is on the bump, throwing the last of his warm-up pitches. For those of you that are here, if you have not, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. We're at 711 subscribers. 4 short of our next milestone of 715. Anything you can do to help us meet our goal is most appreciated. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to left field. Bellinger is tracking it, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. 1 pitch and 1 out for Will Warren. Coming up to bat is Taylor Ward. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. That one came in at 95 miles an hour, right down the heart of Broadway. Next pitch is on the way, and that sinker is down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2 on Ward. Now expect some type of a breaking pitch low and away. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper breaks completely out of the strike zone and is all the way back to the wall. Not exactly what I expected to see, but the count is now 1-2 on Ward. Warren sets and fires, and that pitch just misses outside. Count is evened at deuces. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the right field line. Count is going to remain even at deuce. Coming up to bat, or the pitch is on the way, and that is foul straight back. Count remains even at 2-2. We head to the 7th pitch of the at bat. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper breaks off the plate down low. Count is now full, 3-2. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and that paints the inside corner for call. Strike 3. Grab some bench, Taylor, because you are tired via the K. That is Warren's first strikeout of the out night. And coming up to bat is Adlai Rutschman. First pitch to Rutschman paints the bottom of the strike zone for count. Call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Ward sets and fires, and the sinker breaks off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied in the infield. Goldschmidt is tracking it and is going to make the play in foul territory for the 3rd out. So Warren is going to retire the Orioles in order. And as you know, Will, when he has bad outings, it always starts in the 1st. Good start off for the Yankees. Coming up to bat in the top of 2 is going to be Trent Grisham, Ryan McMahon, and Max Schumann. So, how we feeling about the game thus far, guys and gals out there in internet land? And the Red Sox and Phillies are just underway, and they're in the top of the first. Score is 0-0. As a matter of fact, the 5 games in the hopper, the only game that has a score is this one. Yankees have a 1-0 lead on the Orioles. If you have not, I dropped a couple of shorts, one last night, one this morning. When you get the opportunity, go and check them out. Let me know what you think. Last night's short was about Garrett Cole's rehab start, his 5th. The one that was from today was about the Yankees crapping away Ryan Weathers' great start. At this time, we have 10 votes in our active poll. So if you haven't dropped your vote, please consider doing so. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We're at 13 likes, 17 short of our 30. That is our goal point. Hey, John the Beagle Dad, welcome to the stream. And the pitch is on the way, and Grisham jumps on the first pitch and hits a line drive to center field. Cowser is drifting back and is going to make the play just a couple of steps short of center field. Center field warning track. So 1 down. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon, hitting .210 on the season, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs, and a .614 OPS. And Rogers sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on McMahon. And Rogers sets and fires, and the cutter breaks off the plate. Count is 2-0 on McMahon. And Rogers sets and fires, and this ball is tap foul down the first base line. No, there is not a Jones today with a left-handed pitcher on board. They're leaving Ben Rice in, who has been hot, and Jones has not. Pitch is on the way, and the cutter breaks off the plate. Count is 3-1 on McMahon. Rogers sets and fires, and McMahon taps this one foul down the first base line. And McMahon takes time out. They're talking that Volpe is going to see primary starting shortstop duties while Cabby is out. They're thinking that Cabby is only going to be out for 10 days. And the first pitch is on the way, or the next pitch is on the way, and McMahon swings and misses for strike 3. So he is down on strikes. That's the second out of the inning. They also said that when Caballero returns, that he will resume his duties as the starting shortstop. Max Schumann steps up to the plate, hitting .250 on the season, no home runs, 1 RBI. Rogers sets and fires, and the cutter is called strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Max. Next pitch is on the way, and Schumann swings and misses at the changeup. Count is 0-2. Roger sets and fires, and the changeup is down low. Count is 1-2 on Schumann. And Roger sets and fires, and Schumann swings and misses at the fastball. So the Yankees are going to be retired in order 1, 2, 3, and that's what you see. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the second is going to be Alonso, Basayo, and O'Neill. And we're going to bounce over to our active scoreboard. In the top of the third, the Angels and Guardians are at zeros. Going to the bottom of the second in this game, Yankees have a 1-0 lead on the O's. In the bottom of the first, the Rockies and Pirates are locked up at zeros. In the bottom of the first, the Nationals and the Reds are locked up at zeros. In the top of the first, the Phillies have a 1-0 lead on the Red Sox. Starting at 7:07 will be our next game, Rays and the Blue Jays. And then at 7:10, the Tigers and the Mets. So we're about 10 minutes away from our next series of games starting. And for those of you that are out there, if you have not, please drop your vote in our active poll. We currently have 11 votes. Thank you for everyone who has participated at this point. However, let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And we are at 14 likes, 16 away from our goal of 30 likes per game. Please hit the like button, share the channel out. This stream is being shared out, simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. Coming up to bat is Pete Alonso, hitting .210 on the season, 8 home runs, 22 RBIs, and a .734 OPS. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper breaks off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper is fouled off. Count is 1-1. And Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper catches the inside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Alonso. Warren sets and fires, and the sinker is inside. Count is evened at 2-2. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker is just a bit low. Count is now full on Alonso, 3-2. All right, Will, it's time to get nasty with this beast. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is bounced to the first baseman. Goalie feels it, turns, fires to first. Warren is covering, and that is going to do it for Alonso. First out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Samuel Basayo, hitting .270 on the season, 5 home runs, 15 RBIs, and an .803 OPS. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and Basayo lines this one into left field. On the run is Bellinger, and that is going to hop into the stands. So that's going to be a ground rule double for Basayo. So the O's have a runner at second with one out. Coming up to bat is Tyler O'Neill. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and he paints the bottom of the strike zone with a sinker for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. O'Neill is hitting 197 on the or 79 on the season, one home run, 5 RBIs, and a 546 OPS. Warren sets, checks on the runner at second, and fires, and the sweeper breaks off the plate. Count is even at 1-1. Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2 on O'Neill. Warren sets and he fires, and that pitch is just off the plate. Count is evened at deuce. What color is your goose? And Warren sets, checks on the runner. Pitch is on the way, and O'Neill swings and misses for strike three. So that is the second out. So grab some bench, Tyler, because you are retired by the K, brother. Out of here. Coming up to bat is Colton Cowser, hitting 181 on the season, no home runs, 7 RBIs, and a 485 OPS. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low and off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper just misses outside. Count is 2-0 on Cowser. Warren sets and fires, and this pitch is God to center field. Grisham is coming in and makes the play in shallow right center. And that is going to do it for the Orioles in the bottom of the second. Coming up for the Yankees in the top of the third is going to be Austin Wells, Paul Goldschmidt, and the captain, Aaron Judge. So it's going to be 9-1-2. So how are we feeling about Volpe being recalled to the major leagues? Me personally, I would have liked to have seen a bold move bringing up George Lombard Jr. because he is definitely a baller at shortstop, working on hitting, and he has been doing okay at AAA. Volpe has had his issues with hitting, fielding, and base running throughout his minor league rehab tours. Me personally, I didn't feel that he earned a call up to the major leagues. However, it is what it is. I don't work for the Yankees, and I just have to sit here and suck it up and pray that he actually can pretend like he's a major leaguer. And we have some chats streaming on the subjects. Good to see you guys are participating in our open discussion. And Austin Wells steps up to the plate. The pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1 on Wells. Wells is hitting 177 on the season. Rogers sets and fires, and the cutter is off the plate. Count is 1-1. And Rogers sets. Pitch is on the way, and that cutter breaks off the plate. Count is 2-1 on Wells. Rogers sets and fires, and that ball is a line drive into right field. O'Neill is going to field it cleanly. So Wells takes a leadoff single and is the first runner of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. He is 1-for-1 on the day, and he's the reason that we have a run. He hit a solo shot home run in his first plate appearance in the first inning. And Rogers sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is called strike one. I don't know about that one. I think that was off the plate. However, Goldie does not challenge, so it is what it is. Rogers sets and fires, and this ball is skied to right field. O'Neill is backing up, and he is going to make the play just short of the warning track. So that is out number one for the Yankees in the top of the third. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. The captain is 0-for-1 on the evening. He grounded out to the third baseman in his first plate appearance. And Rogers sets. Checks on the runner at first, and the pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-0. If I was the captain, I would expect to see a plethora of balls down low and off the plate, trying to get him to nibble. And Rogers sets, fires, and the next pitch is going to paint the outside corner for call, strike one. Count is 1-1. Rogers sets and fires. That pitch is a changeup down low. Count is 2-1 on the captain. And Rogers sets. Pitch is on the way, and he paints the outside corner with a fastball for count, strike two. Count is evened at deuces. Ed Rogers sets and fires, and Judge hammers this one foul. Count is going to remain 2-2. In the top of the third, Rogers is at 34 pitches. Next pitch is on the way, and the fastball is way off the plate. Count is 3-2. And Rogers sets. Pitch is on the way, and Judge fouls that one away. Count is going to remain 3-2 as we head to the eighth pitch of the at bat. Rogers sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled off. Count remains 3-2. And Rogers sets. Pitch is on the way, and he tries to sneak a fastball past him, but it is down low for ball 4. So Judge is going to strip his gear off and head to first base. Yankees are going to have runners at first and second with 1 out. Coming up to bat is Big Ben Rice. Rice is what for what on the day with a single in the first inning. And the first pitch is a cutter off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Rice. All right, Big Ben, let's see what you got. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. They snap throw to second, and Wells is diving back. So count is 2-0. These guys are talking about the ethics of trying to pick off a first or a catcher. Rogers sets and fires, and that pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 1. Count is 2-1 on Rice. Rogers sets, fires, and the sinker is off the plate. Count is 3-1 on Rice. Rogers is working himself into trouble. Can the Yankees take advantage of this opportunity? Situational hitting, situational hitting, situational hitting. Pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate for ball 4. So the bases are juiced full of Yankees with 1 out, and Cody Bellinger coming up to bat. Belly is 0 for 1 on the night with a line out in his first plate appearance, and it looks like they're going to have a mound visit. No coach involved. This is Rutschman. Actually, the coach just shows up. Well, Kaz, Jazz is not in the lineup today, so Hetz, you would not see him. And the umpire has broken up the meeting of the minds. And the Orioles are playing their infield back for the double play. First pitch is on the way, and Bellinger swings and misses at the sinker. Count is 0-1 on Belly. Rogers sets and fires, and this ball is lined up the middle. Henderson is grabbing it, and he is going to fire to first, not in time. So the Yankees are going to get Wells in to score. That is an RBI for Bellinger, and the Yankees have a 2-0 lead. Belly was hauling butt down the first base line. Coming up to bat is Ahmed Rosario. So come on, Ahmed, a little bit of bingo. Let's tack some more on and bury these guys while we can. Rogers sets, and there is a weak pickoff attempt at first. Bellinger is back in, standing up. Don't know what the hell that was for. Rosario is 0 for 1 on the day with a flyout in the first inning. Yankees have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Pitch is on the way, and Rosario swings and misses at the changeup. Count is 0-1 on Ahmed. Roger sets and fires, and this one is grounded to the third baseman. And it is fired across the diamond, and Rosario is in there. And Judge is going to score, so that is going to be an infield hit. Yankees lead now 3-0. Mayo threw across his body. The stretch for Alonso pulled him off the bag. So we're going to see if this is a hit, an error. What are they going to do? Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 0 for 1 on the night. First pitch is on the way, and Grisham swings and misses. Count is 0-1. Grisham lined out to center field in his last plate appearance. 0 for 1 on the night. And let's keep the wheels rolling on this rally. Next pitch is on the way, and it is a sinker off the plate. Count is 1-1. Come on, Captain Clutch. Let's see what you do. Time to add some more crooked numbers in this inning. Roger sets and fires, and that pitch is a fastball off the plate. Count is now 2-1 on Grisham. Roger sets. Pitch is on the way, and it paints the outside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 2-2. Rosario takes time out. And Grisham is back in the box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch is on the way, and that is down low off the plate. Count is now full. Rogers is at 52 pitches. Pitch is on the way, and this is hammered to right field. This one is going, and gone. That is a 3-run blast by Captain Clutch, Trent Grisham. And the Yankees now lead 6-0. That one traveled 397 feet, left his bat at 103.5 miles an hour. 23 hits for Grisham on the season, 26 RBIs. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon, 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in his first plate appearance. And the pitch is on the way, and this is line to left field. Ward is tracking it and is going to make the play for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Yankees drop a 5 spot in the top of the 3rd to take a 6-0 lead. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the 3rd is going to be Mayo, Jackson, and Henderson, 8, 9, and 1. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We currently have 12 votes. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And if you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 14 short of our goal of 30 per the live stream. If you are not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network who happens to be simulcasting this live play-by-play, or Yankees The Ugly Truth who is doing the live play-by-play, please consider subscribing to one and the same. We are at 711 subscribers, 4 short of our goal of 715. Anything you can do to help us reach that goal would be most appreciated. And you may ask yourself, why would you want to subscribe to Yankees The Ugly Truth? Well, if you like play-by-plays, we call them almost every night. Only exception being Wednesday nights during bowling season. And if you like shorts, I drop a boatload of them. I dropped one last night and one today. If you haven't, you might want to go over there and check them out. And let me know what you think. Don't think you'll be disappointed. And Will Warren steps up to the rubber. He fires, and the first pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is a sweeper that breaks off the plate. His sweeper keeps breaking hard. Count is 1-1. Mayo is last night's hero. Pitch is on the way, and Mayo cannot hold up. It is called strike two. Count is 1-2 on Mayo. Warren sets, and he fires, and the fastball buzzes the tower on Mayo. Count is now evened at 2-2. And Warren sets, fires, and the sweeper breaks off the plate once again. Count is now 3-2. Warren sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled off. Warren has a ton of break on his sweeper. And it looks like the hitter is calling timeout. Warren sets, and he fires, and the fastball is off the plate. That is going to be ball 4. So Mayo works a walk, first walk by Warren this evening. Coming up to bat is Jeremiah Jackson, hitting .246 on the season, 6 home runs, 24 RBIs, and a .680 OPS. Warren sets and fires, and the sinker is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Ed Warren sets. Pitch is on the way. The four-seamer is off the plate. Count is even at 1-1. Hey, Chef Nick, welcome to the stream. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is 1-2 on Jackson. If you're just joining us, Orioles have a runner at first with nobody out. Count is 1-2 on Jackson. And Warren sets. Four-seamer is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is bounced up the middle. Schumann overflips Rosario, and it should have been a double play, and now it's nothing. So now they have runners at first and second. That's going to be an E6. It looks like Schumann fumbled it on the transfer. Coming up to bat is Gunnar Henderson, 0 for 1 on the day. And Warren sets, fires, and the pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. Henderson flew out in his first plate appearance. A 1-pitch out. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Schumann. And there is nobody at second. McMahon throws to Rosario, not on the plate. It is relay at first and not in time. So the bases are now loaded with nobody out. Oh, my. There should be 2 outs, but now the bases are loaded. So that one's going to be scored as a fielder's choice, E5 on Ryan McMahon. Coming up to bat is Taylor Ward, 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. All right, well, it's time to get nasty, baby. First pitch is on the way, and the sinker is down low. Count is 1-0. Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper catches the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. And Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper breaks off the plate. Count is 2-1 on Ward. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is now 3-1 on Ward. And Ward sets. Pitch is on the way, and he paints the inside corner for call. Strike 2. So the count is full. 3-2. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is a towering fly ball in shallow right field. Judge makes the play. Mayo is tagging, and Judge throws the ball up the line, but they hold. So bases are still loaded with 1 out. Coming up to bat is Adlai Rutschman. And Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Rutschman is 0 for 1 on the day with a flyout in his first at bat. And Warren sets and fires, and the ball is grounded to Rosario. Rosario flips to Schumann, and he relays to Goldschmidt for the 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. Warren escapes the inning without giving up a run. And as we head to the top of the fourth, the Yankees have a 6-0 lead on the Orioles. Coming up to bat is Max Schumann, Austin Wells, and Paul Goldschmidt, 8, 9, and 1. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 14 votes at present time. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We are at 18 likes, 12 short of our goal of 30 for this stream. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And currently, this game is being simulcast on Hardcore Sports Network. So if you are not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing. Their QR code is in the upper left-hand corner. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, we are the ones doing your stream. The QR code is in the right-hand side. We are currently at 711 subs. Our next goal is 715, so we're 4 away. Anything you can do to help us reach our goal would be most appreciated. And if you're wondering why you should subscribe, here at Yankees The Ugly Truth, we call almost every play-by-play for you, drop a lot of shorts, and have open panels so you can come up and talk baseball. For those of you who have not, head on over to the YouTube channel and check out a couple of my shorts. I dropped 2, one last night, one this afternoon. Let me know what you think. There is a new change, and apparently coverage begins tomorrow at 12:30. They're expecting heavy rain in Baltimore, so they've changed the game time from 6:30 to 12:30. First pitch is on the way, and Schumann fouls the pitch back. Count is 0-1. Schumann is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in his first plate appearance. Next pitch is on the way, and it is hammered foul down the left field line. Count is 0-2. Ed Rogers sets, pitch is on the way, and that pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 0-2. And Rogers sets. The pitch is grounded to the shortstop. Henderson fields it cleanly and fires to Alonso and just barely gets Schumann. That is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. 1 for 1 on the day with a run scored. And the first pitch is on the way, and the cutter is inside. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Rogers sets and fires and, well, swings and misses at the changeup down low. Count is 1-2 on Wells. Rogers is at 61 pitches on the game. Rogers sets and fires, and the sweeper is down low. Count is evened at 2-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is fly ball to shallow right field. There are 4 people converging on the ball, and Jackson is actually, I think that's Henderson. It was Gunnar Henderson makes an over the shoulder play in mid range right field. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt, 1 for 2 on the day with a home run. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-0 on Goldie. Pitch is on the way, and this is a line drive hit to right field. O'Neill is going to field it cleanly and get the ball in. So Goldie is 2 for 3 on the night. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a base on balls. The first pitch is on the way, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on the captain. And Rogers sets, fires, and that pitch is off the plate. Count is now 2-0 on the captain. And it looks like they have a left-handed pitcher, Walker, warming up in the O's bullpen. And Rogers sets, fires, and that pitch is down low. Count is now 3-0 on the captain. And Rogers sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate for ball 4. That's going to be a 4-pitch walk to the captain. That is his second walk of the night. So Goldie's going to move to second. Judge is going to take over at first, and Ben Rice is coming up to bat. Rice is 1 for 1 on the night with a single, a walk. And it looks like they have another mound visit going on with Rutschman in the pitcher. I have no idea. Actually, I think they're calling from Baltimore because they talked about a foul ball being hit near their booth. And they talked about walking to the hotel last night. So I think they're in Baltimore. Pitch is on the way, and it is a stinker in there for call, strike 1. And Camden Yards is right off the Inner Harbor, and there are a boatload of hotels right in that area. So I think they're in Baltimore. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Yeah, because they're talking. That's why they're not watching the game. I think they have some monitors up there. And the pitch is on the way. The sweeper is way off the plate, but Rice waves at that one. Count is now 1-2. Rice calls timeout. All right, Ben, a little bit of situational hitting. Bingo. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is swung on and missed for strike three. And the Yankees are going to leave runners at first and second as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Coming up to bat is Alonso, Basayo, and O'Neill. I will be back in just a half a click. And ta-da, I'm back. And the time is 7:40. Do you know where your children are at? From our active scoreboard, the Guardians have a 1-0 lead in the Angels in the bottom of the fifth. As you know, heading to the bottom of the fourth, the Yankees have a 6-0 lead on the Orioles. Pirates have a 1-0 lead on the Rockies in the bottom of the fourth. Nationals have a 3-0 lead on the Reds in the top of the fourth. Phillies have a 2-0 lead on the Red Sox in the bottom of the fourth. The Rays have a 1-0 lead on the Jays in the top of the third. Tigers have a 2-0 lead on the Mets in the top of the second. The Braves and the Cubs are locked up at zeros in the bottom of the second. And that's your active scoreboard. For those of you that are here, if you have not, please drop your vote in our active poll. Currently, we have 14 votes. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And Warren sets and fires. The first pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Alonso. Alonso is 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out in the second. And Warren sets, fires, and the pitch paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. Hey, Dev, what do you know? Welcome to the stream. Alonso sets, or Warren sets and fires, and that pitch is just off the plate. Count is now 2-1 on Alonso. Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is even at 2-2. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and Alonso swings and misses at that four-seamer for the first out of the inning. That is Warren's third strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat is Samuel Basayo, 1 for 1 on the night with a ground rule double in his first plate appearance. And Warren sets and fires, and the first pitch is a changeup right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Warren sets and he fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 0-2. Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and the changeup is tapped foul. Count remains 0-2 on Basayo. Ward sets and fires, and the pitch is up and in. Count is 1-2. Warren sets and fires, and this pitch is pulled to Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt takes himself and he flips it to Warren covering, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Tyler O'Neill, 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in his first plate appearance. And Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper catches the top of the strike zone for call, strike one. Warren is at 60 pitches in the fourth inning, 15 pitches an inning. That's right in par. Pitch is on the way, and this is hit down the left field line. Bellinger is on the run and is going to make the play in foul territory. That is going to be it for the Orioles in the top of the fourth, or the bottom of the fourth. So they get retired 1, 2, 3, and that's what you see. In the top of the fifth, the Yankees are going to have Bellinger, Rosario, and Grisham coming up to bat. And we are still at 14 votes in our poll, so if you have it, please drop your vote. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And we are at 19 likes, 11 away from our goal of 30 for the live stream. So if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. What are our feelings out there, guys and gals, from the internet? How are we feeling about tonight's game? For those of you just hopping in, we're in the top of the fifth. The Yankees have a 6-0 lead on the Orioles. And it looks like Josh Walker is coming in to replace Trevor Rogers. So his night is done. And today is Yogi Berra's birthday. Well, thoughts of the Yog, although he is no longer with us. And Walker sets and fires, and the slider is in there for call. Strike one on Bellinger. Count is 0-1. And Walker sets, and the pitch is way up high. Count is 1-1 on Belly. And Walker sets. Pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-1. Bellinger is 0 for 2 on the night, has an RBI and a run scored. And Walker sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to center field. Cowser is backing up, and is going to make the play just short of the warning track for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Ahmed Rosario. Rosario is 1 for 2 on the night with an RBI and a run scored. And Walker sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is high and outside. Count is 1-0 on 0. And Walker sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up high. Count is now 2-0 on Rosario. And the announcers are indicating that Walker was called up from AAA Norfolk today. Walker sets and he fires, and Rosario swings and misses at the slider. Almost came out of his shoes on that swing. Count is 2-1. Walker sets and fires, and this is a towering fly ball to center field. Cowser is tracking at right center, and he makes the play for the second out. And Trent Grisham is coming up to bat. Grishbaum is 1 for 2 on the night with a 3-run homer in his last plate appearance. And the pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1.
Sleep. John didn't even know he was asleep. He was asleep.
And Walker sets and fires, and the slider is 2-1. Walker sets and fires, and that pitch is up and in. Count is now 3-1 on Grisham. And the wife has just informed me that we are not going to have a good luck charm visit tonight because he has passed out already. Walker sets and he fires, and the cutter is up and in. So that is ball 4 to Grisham as he takes his base. Coming up to bat is McMahon, 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a lineout. Pitch is on the way, and McMahon fouls this one straight back. Ken Singleton was an Oriole for most of his career. And Walker sets and he fires, and that pitch catches the top of the strike zone. For call, strike 2. Count is 0-2. Walker sets and fires, and that ball is skied foul down the left field line, and that is going to make it in the stands. Count remains 0-2. And Walker sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is going to paint the top of the strike zone for call, strike 3. So McMahon is down lucky. Yankees are going to strand 1, but the Bombers are leading this game 6-0. Coming up in the bottom of the 5th is going to be Cowser, Mayo, and Jackson. For those of you who have hopped in our stream, we are headed to the bottom of the 5th. Yankees have a 6-0 lead. Will Warren has been very effective tonight. Currently, the O's have 1 hit in this game. That was a ground ball double by Samuel Basayo in the first inning. Coming up to bat is Cowser, Mayo, and Jackson. And in our active scoreboard, Guardians have a 2-1 lead on the Angels in the top of the 6th. As you know, going to the bottom of the 5th, Yankees have a 6-0 lead on the O's. Pirates have a 1-0 lead on the Rockies in the bottom of the 5th. Nationals have a 3-0 lead on the Reds in the bottom of the 4th. Phillies lead the Red Sox 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Rays lead the Blue Jays 3-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Tigers lead the Mets 2-1 in the bottom of the 2nd. Braves have a 1-0 lead on the Cubs in the bottom of the 3rd. The Marlins and the Twins are locked up at zeros in the top of the 2nd. Royals have a 2-0 lead on the White Sox in the top of 2. Padres and Brewers are in the top of the 2nd with no score. And that is your active scoreboard for tonight. Coming up to the plate is Colton Cowser. Will Warren sets. And the first pitch is up high and away. Count is 1-0. Cowser is 0 for 1 on the night. Blew out in his first plate appearance. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and he paints the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is evened at 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and Cowser fouls it off. Count is 1-2. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is called ball. Catcher is challenging it. And the pitch is going to be overturned. It is called strike 3. So the batter is out. That is Warren's 4th strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat is Colby Mayo. And the pitch is on the way, and the sweeper catches the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Mayo. Next pitch is on the way, and that pitch breaks and goes all the way to the backstop. Count is evened at 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it paints the inside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is called ball 2. Just missed with that sinker. Count is evened at 2-2. Warren sets and fires, and that pitch is down low. Count is 3-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. So, Colby, grab some bench, baby, because you're retired via the K, and that is Warren's 5th strikeout of the night. Jackson is coming up to bat. Warren is at 71 pitches on the night. And the first pitch to Jackson is fouled straight back. Count is 0-1. Jackson is 0 for 1 on the night, grounded into a sort of a fielder's choice. Next pitch is on the way, and it is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is just off the plate. Count is 1-2. Warren sets and he fires, and this pitch is hammered to Rosario, who screws the pooch, goes right between his legs, and that is going to be an E4. That is the 3rd error for the Yankees tonight. They actually gave that a hit. No freaking way. Pitch is on the way, and the changeup is down low. Okay, they made that a McMahon's error into a fielder's choice. That's the 2nd error. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1 on Henderson. 0 for 2 on the night with a fielder's choice and a flyout. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. Hey, Doug, welcome to the stream. And the pitch is on the way, and it bounces in the dirt, goes all the way to the wall, and Jackson is going to advance to second. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to center field. Grisham is not even taking a step, and he makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. no runs, no hits, an error, one runner left on base. And as we head to the top of the sixth, coming up to bat is Schumann, Wells, and Goldschmidt. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. Have your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We are at 19 likes. If you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are 11 short of our goal of 30 for this live stream, so let's do it. And if you have not, please consider subscribing to the Hardcore Sports Network and the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. We here at Yankees The Ugly Truth are at 711 subscribers, looking for our next milestone of 715. So it's free. If you like play-by-plays and shorts, we have open panels, so you can come up and talk baseball. Please consider subscribing. And Walker sets, and the pitch is on the way. It is called strike one, but Schumann is going to review this one. And the call is overturned. That is a ball, so the Yankees retain both challenges. And the pitch is on the way, and the slider catches the bottom of the strike zone for call strike one. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is 2-1. And Walker sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is way up high. Count is 3-1 on Schumann. Walker sets and fires, and this ball is driven to center field, and it is going to drop in for a single. So that is Schumann's first base hit of the night. So he leads off the sixth with a hit. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. Wells is 1 for 2 on the night with a run scored. And the first pitch to Wells is a fastball down low. Count is 1-0. And Walker sets, checks on the runner at first. Pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. Walker sets and fires, and Wells waves at a slider off the plate. Count is now 1-2 on Wells. And Walker sets, checks on the runner again, and the umpire waves off. Wells calls timeout. Wells is back in the box. Walker sets. Pitch is on the way, and he swings and misses at that slider. Wells is down on strike, so that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. 2 for 3 on the night with a home run, RBI. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is a slider for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Walker sets, fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 0-2 on Goldie. And Walker sets, pitch is on the way, and this is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 0-2. Walker sets, pitch is on the way, and the runner goes. The pitch is called strike three, and Schumann is throwing out at second, attempting to steal second. So that is a strike him out, throw him out double play, and that is going to do it for the Yankees in the top of the sixth. I think Schumann is initially in there, but his hand came off the bag. Oh, well. And in our active scoreboard, the Guardians lead the Angels 2-1 in the top of 7. Going to the bottom of the 6th, Yankees have a 6-0 lead on the O's. Pirates have a 2-0 lead on the Rockies in the bottom of 6. Nationals have a 4-2 lead on the Reds in the top of the 5th. Phillies lead the Red Sox 2-0 in the top of the 7th. Rays have a 3-0 lead on the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 4th. Tigers and the Mets are tied up at 2 in the bottom of 3. Cubs and Braves are tied up at 1 in the top of the 4th. Marlins and Twins are locked up at 0s in the top of 3. Royals have a 2-0 lead on the White Sox in the top of the 3rd. Padres and Brewers are locked up at 0s in the top of the 3rd. Diamondbacks and the Rangers are locked up at 0s in the bottom of the 1st. Astros and Mariners are at 0s in the top of the 1st. We have 2 more games starting later this evening. But that is your active scoreboard at this moment. If you have not, please drop a vote in our active poll. We are at 16 votes, so thank you for everybody who has dropped a vote in our poll. And we are at 21 likes, 9 short of our goal of 30 for this live stream. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And Warren sets, and the first pitch is hit to right center field. And Grisham is not going to be able to play, and it is going to hop over the fence for a ground rule double. That is the Orioles' second hit of the night. Warren is at 81 pitches. And Rutschman is coming up to bat. He has 0 for 2 on the night and a foul out and a ground into a double play. First pitch is on the way, and the fastball is just a little high. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is on the way, and it paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is evened at 1-1. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is called. Ball 2. Just missed outside. And Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper is fouled off. Count is now 2-2. And it looks like Yenner Cano is warming up in the bullpen for the O's. And Warren sets and makes a pickoff attempt at second. And Ward is back in safely. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is bounce to Goldschmidt. He's going to flip to Warren, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. Ward is going to move to third. Coming up to bat is Pete Alonso. 0 for 2 on the night. And it looks like Tim Hill is warming up in the Yankee bullpen, along with Fernando Cruz. Warren sets and fires, and the first pitch is called. Ball 1. Nice sweeper, and Wells is challenging this one. And the call is overturned. That is a strike, so the count is 0-1 on Alonso. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Alonso. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the right field line. Count remains 0-2. Warren sets and he fires, and that pitch is a curveball in the dirt. Count is 1-2. Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker is down low. Count is even at 2-2. All right, Darth Warren, time to get nasty. Warren sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. And that is going to do it for Alonso. So, Pete, grab some bunch because you are retired via the K, baby. That is Warren's sixth strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat is Samuel Basallo. Well, Kaz, I guess he's going to do some damage to the bench. Pitch is on the way, and Basallo files the fastball off. Count is 0-1. Basallo is 1 for 2 on the day with a ground rule double. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Basallo. And Warren sets and fires, and this ball is base hit up the middle. Judge is going to field it, and Ward is going to score. So Basallo has an RBI single, and the Orioles are on the board. Yankees lead 6-1. Tyler O'Neill is coming up to bat, 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. And Warren steps on the rubber. Pitch is on the way, and this is driven to right field. Grisham lays out, and it's off his glove, and he does not make the play. Judge has to track it, and Basallo rounds third, and that is an RBI double for O'Neill, and it is now 6-2 Yankees. And Grisham is just a half a ball length away from that as he lays out. And it looks like Booney is pulling the chocks on Warren. So Warren is going to go 5 2/3 tonight, leaving the game with a 6-2 lead. The runner at second is his responsibility, so the only thing that he can do is win this game tonight. And I guess this is more pertinent, our active poll question tonight. Looks like Fernando Cruz is coming into the game. So, in our active poll, will the Yankees bullpen blow another lead tonight? We have 16 votes in there, so if you haven't got your vote in, please let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And we are at 21 likes. If you have not hit the like button, please do so and share the channel out. We are 9 short of our nightly goal of 30 likes per live stream. Yeah, Kaz, you're right. Will Warren did do a nice job tonight. Definitely deserves a W, just like Ryan Weathers deserved one last night. Coming up to bat is Colton Cowser, 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. So far, the Orioles have scored 2 in this inning. There are 2 outs and a runner at second, so can Cruzy handle it? And the first pitch is on the way, and that fastball is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. When Cruz gets ahead in the count, he's able to drop that splitter, and good things happen. And Cruz sets, checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and this is sky to right field. Judge is there, and Cruz is going to get the job done on 2 pitches. So coming to the end of the second or the 6th, the Orioles add 2 runs. Count is, or the score is 6-2 Yankees. Coming up to bat in the top of 7 is going to be the captain, Ben Rice, and Cody Bellinger. I will be back in just a half a sec. And I am back. Looks like Yonner Cano is coming in to replace Josh Walker. So it's time to tack a few more runs to lock this one down. And Cano sets. First pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off by the captain. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. Count is 0-1. Judge is 0 for 1 on the night with a pair of walks and a run scored, grounded out in his first plate appearance. And Cano sets. Pitch is on the way, and the captain chops this one slowly down the third base. Cano is going to field it, but now no play, and that is going to be an infield hit for the captain. Coming up to bat is Bed Rice, 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a walk. And Cano sets and fires, and the first pitch is going to paint the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Rice. Cano sets and fires, and the splitter is in the dirt. Count is evened at 1-1. Cano sets and he fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. A splitter down low. Count is 1-2. Cano sets and fires, and this one is hammered to Alonso at first. Alonso fires to second, so that is going to be a 3-6-3 double play. And that's going to clear the bases for Cano. Alonso did a good job of fielding it cleanly and throwing it on point to Henderson. So coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger, 0 for 3 on the day with a RBI and a run scored. First pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Cano sets and fires, and that splitter catches the inside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is evened at 1-1. And Cano sets and fires, and that pitch is low and off the plate. Count is 2-1 odd belly. Pitch is on the way to Bellinger, and Bellinger skies this one to left field line. And on the run is Ward, and he is going to make the catch. So that is going to be no runs, a hit, no one left on base. Coming up in the bottom of 7 is going to be Mayo, Jackson, and Henderson. And in our active scoreboard tonight, Guardians have a 3-1 lead now on the Angels in the bottom of 7. Heading to the bottom of 7, Yankees have a 6-2 lead on the Orioles. Pirates have a 2-0 lead on the Rockies in the bottom of the 7th. Nationals have a 7-2 lead on the Reds in the top of the 6th. Phillies have a 2-1 lead on the Red Sox in the bottom of 7. Rays have a 3-0 lead on the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 5th. Mets have a 3-2 lead on the Tigers in the bottom of the 4th. Cubs now have a 2-1 lead on the Braves in the top of the 5th. Marlins and Twins are locked up at zeros in the bottom of 4. Royals has a 2-0 lead on the White Sox in the top of 4. Brewers have a 1-0 lead on the Padres in the bottom of the 4th. Diamondbacks and Rangers are locked up at 1 apiece in the top of the 2nd. Mariners and the Astros. Mariners have a 2-0 lead in the top of the 2nd. At 9:40, an hour from now, The Cardinals and the Athletics are going to get underway. And at 10:10, the Giants and the Dodgers are going to get underway. Thank you, Kaz. There are a lot of veterans that are in here. Coming up to bat is Mayo. And the first pitch is on the way, and the slider is down low. Count is 1-0. Cruz sets and fires, and this is bounced to Schumann. Schumann fields it cleanly and fires to Goldschmidt at first for the first out. Coming up to bat is Jeremiah Jackson, 0 for 2 on the night. And the first pitch from Cruz is in there for call. Strike one. Slider catches sinker catches the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and the slider is inside. Count is evened out 1-1. And Cruz sets, pitch is on the way, and the slider catches the inside of the strike zone. Count is 1-2 on Jackson. Cruz sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Beautiful splitter. Jackson is going to go down on strike. So, Jeremiah, grab some bench, baby, because you're retired via the K, brother. That is the second out of the inning, and coming up to bat is Gunnar Henderson, 0 for 3 on the night. And Cruz sets. First pitch is on the way, and the splitter is down low. Count is 1-0. Henderson has a fielder's choice and 2 flyouts tonight. And Cruz sets, fires, and the four-seamer paints the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. Cruz sets and fires, and this ball is hammered to Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt is going to take it himself. And that is going to be the third out of the inning. So that is a 1-2-3 inning for Cruz. And that is going to do it for the Orioles. No runs, no hits, and no one left on base. Coming up to bat in the top of the eighth for the Yankees is going to be Ahmed Rosario, Trent Grisham, and Ryan McMahon. Honestly, Kaz, I have no idea what the Cole or the Weathers shorts are doing tonight. Okay, 1.7K views on the Cole one. All right, that's good to hear. Thank you. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 16 votes. And we have a goal of 30 likes for our live stream play-by-plays. We're at 21, so we're 9 away. So if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And here at Yankees The Ugly Truth, we are at 711 subscribers. Our Our next milestone is 715. Our actual goal is to have 1,000 by the end of the season. So if you haven't, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And it looks like Jazz Chisholm is going to come in and pinch hit for Ahmed Rosario. And it looks like Andrew Kittredge is coming in to replace Yonner Cano. Kittredge is a right-handed pitcher. And the first pitch is line to center field. Kowser is waiting on it, and that is a 1-pitch, 1 out. And you know how I feel about 1-pitch outs. Congratulations, Jazz, for getting the Bozo Award. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 1 for 2 on the night with a 3-run homer and a base on balls. Kittredge sets and fires, and the first pitch is a sinker off the plate. Count is 1-0. And that's a goal. Kittredge sets and fires, and that pitch is inside. Count is now 2-0 on Grisham. Wow, 43 views on the weather short. That's like shit. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low, called strike 1. Count is 2-1 on Grisham. Next pitch is on the way, and it paints the outside corner for call, strike 2. Count is 2-2. And Kittredge sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is going to go to 3-2. Kittredge sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Jackson. Jackson flips it to Alonso for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon, 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts. Time for Ryan to get into the hit parade. And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Kittredge sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate again. Count is now 2-0 on McMahon. Kittredge sets, fires, and McMahon swings and misses at that pitch. Count is now 2-1. Nice slider that the bottom fell out of. Kittredge sets and fires, and the fastball is up high. Count is now 3-1 on McMahon. Kittrick sets, pitches all the way, and it is bounced to Alonso. Alonso is going to flip it to Kittrick, and that is going to do it for the Yankees. 1, 2, 3, and that's all you see. So the Yankees are going down in order. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Coming up to bat is Taylor Ward, Adlai Rutschman, and Pete Alonso. The 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. And in our active scoreboard, the Guardians now have a 3-2 lead on the Angels in the top of the 8th. As you know, heading to the bottom of the 8th, the Yankees have 6-2 lead on the Orioles. Pirates now have a 3-0 lead on the Rockies in the bottom of the 7th. Nationals have a 7-2 lead on the Reds in the bottom of the 6th. Phillies now have a 2-1 lead on the Red Sox in the top of the 8th. The Rays have a 3-0 lead on the Blue Jays in the top of the 6th. Mets have a 3-2 lead on the Tigers in the top of the 5th. Braves have a 4-2 lead on the Cubs in the bottom of 5. Marlins and Twins are locked up at zeros in the top of 5. Royals have a 2-0 lead on the White Sox in the top of 5. Padres now have a 2-1 lead on the Brewers in the bottom of 4. Rangers have a 2-1 lead on the Diamondbacks in the top of 3. Mariners have a 2-1 lead on the Astros in the bottom of 2. At 9:40, the Cardinals and the Athletics get underway, and 10:10, the Giants and the Dodgers. That is your active scoreboard for the night. And for those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We are at 17 votes. And we now have 23 likes, 7 short of our goal of 30. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees at Heart Ugly Truth or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing. And Jake Bird is coming in to take over from Cruz. And as Ward steps up to the plate, first pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Ward. Bird sets and fires, and the sweeper paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is now 0-2. And Bird sets, fires, and the cutter is inside. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Ward lines this one through the infield to right field. And Ward is going to pick up a single to start off the 8th. That's his second hit of the night. Coming up to bat is Adlai Rutschman. 0 for 3 on the evening. And the first pitch is on the way. It is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Bird sets, fires, and the sinker drifts off the plate. Count is now evened out 1-1. Bird sets and fires, and that ball is lined to a leaping Ryan McMahon to record the first out. Great play by McMahon. Coming up to bat is Pete Alonso, 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts. And Bird sets, pitch is on the way, and the sweeper catches the bottom of the plate for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-0-1. Bird sets and fires, and that sweeper is down low. Count is 1-1. Bird sets and he fires, and that pitch is hammered into left field. Bellinger is going to get the ball in quickly, so the Orioles are going to have runners at first and second with 1 man out. Coming up to bat is Samuel Basallo. Basallo is 2 for 3 on the night with a single and a double. And Boone is coming out to pull the hook on Bird. Tim Hill is coming in to pitch. And while we're waiting for Hill to make his appearance on the mound, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 17 votes, so thank you for participating. To have your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We are now at 25 likes. Our goal is 30, so we are 5 away. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We are at 711 subscribers. Our goal is, thank you, Sean. Our milestone is 715. So we are 4 away from our milestone. You may ask yourself, why should you subscribe to Yankees The Ugly Truth? Well, if you like live play-by-plays, I call a boatload of them. Last year, I called 146 Yankee games out of the 162. My exception has been on Wednesdays when my bowling league is active. And if you like shorts, I drop a lot of those. My shorts are geared to put information out to the fans and to help improve the conversation. I do not do talking points, so if that's what you like, consider subscribing. And Hill sets, and the first pitch is chopped to Jazz. Jazz is going to field and fire it to first. That is going to be the second out. So the Orioles are going to advance runners to second and third with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Tyler O'Neill, 1 for 3 on the night with a double in his last plate appearance. And Blake comes out to talk it over with Hill. And Hill sets. First pitch is on the way, and the sinker stays outside. Count is 1-0 on O'Neill. And Hill sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled right into the mask of Wendelstedt. Count is evened at 1-1. And Hill sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker is fouled off. Count is 1-2 on O'Neill. And Hill sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker is down low. Count is evened at deuces. And Hill sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count remains 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Hill sets and he fires, and that sinker breaks across the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. Hill sets and fires, and that ball is chopped to McMahon. McMahon fills it cleanly, fires across the diamond for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Orioles. They're going to leave a pair of runners on. No runs, 2 hits. And as we head to the top of the ninth, coming up to bat is Max Schumann, Austin Wells, and Paul Goldschmidt. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We're at 25 likes, 5 short of our goal of 30 for the stream. And this is going to be your last opportunity to get your vote in on an active poll. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And it looks like Tyler Wells is coming in to pitch the top of the ninth. He replaces Andrew Kittredge. Well. The boys going to be able to hold on, break this 4-game losing streak. For those of you that have been here, how do we feel about tonight's game? Hey, Thomas. Wells is a right-handed pitcher. And the first pitch is on the way. The slider is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Schumann. Wells is 1 for 3 on the night. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and fouled off. Count is 1-1. Schumann is 1 for 3 on the night with a strikeout, single, and caught stealing. Wells sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2 on Schumann. And Wells sets, and he fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Wells sets, and he fires, and the four-seamer is off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2 on Schumann. That fastball was at 95 miles an hour, so he's got a little bit of velo on there. And Wells sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate for ball 4. So Schumann is going to strip his gear off and head to first. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. 1 for 3 on the night with a single, strikeout, and a run score. So it's Wells versus Wells. And Wells sets. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is down low to Wells. Count is 1-0. And Wells sets. Pitch is on the way, and the changeup is down low. Count is 2-0 on Wells. And Wells sets, fires, and the pitch is a cutter right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Count is 2-1. Tyler sets and fires, and Austin fouls this one off, shattering his bat. Looks like a splinter might have hit Rutschman in the face. So the count is going to go to 2-2. Wells is back in the box, and Wells sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is a pop-up behind the plate. Rutschman is going to track it, and he is going to boot the ball. And they're going to charge Rutschman with an error on that one. So the count is 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Wells swings and misses on the pitch for strike 3. So that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt, 2 for 4 on the night with a single, a leadoff home run, and a strikeout. And Wells sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Goldschmidt. And Wells sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 1-1. And Wells sets. There is a pickoff attempt at first. Schumann is back in head first. Count is 1-1. First disengagement. And Wells sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is up and in. Schumann takes off, and he is going to be thrown out for the second time tonight. I don't know. He might be safe. Boone may challenge this one. Nope, they are not challenging. So Rutschman is going to be 3 for 3 for throwouts in this series. And Wells sets and fires, and that pitch is off the plate. Count is now 3-1 on Goldie. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low. That is ball 4 to Goldie. So as he strips off his gear and heads to first base, the captain is coming up to bat. So all rise. Judge is 1 for 2 on the day with a single, 2 base on balls, and a run scored. And Wells sets, and the first pitch is on the way, and Judge swings at the cutter. Count is 0-1. Pitch is on the way, and Judge swings at the slider off the plate. Count is 0-2. No idea, Thomas. And as usual, Judge calls timeout on a 2-strike count, picks up some dirt, throws it to the side, and is getting his mind right. And the pitch is on the way, and that is call strike 3. And Judge is going to challenge this one. I think he's going to win it because that one damn sure looked low. And the call is going to be overturned. Yankees retain their 2 challenges, and the count is going to go to 1-2 on the captain. Judge has a little bit of a smile. He's been victimized on the low strikes throughout his entire career. Pitch is on the way, and Judge hits this from through the infield. Going to make it to Ward. Ward gets the ball in That challenge gets Judge a single. So the Yankees have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Big Ben Rice. A little bit of bingo, baby. Rice is 1 for 3 on the night with a single and a walk. First pitch is on the way, and Rice swings and misses at the cutter. Count is 0-1. A little bit of bingo, Ben. And the pitch is on the way, and this is a towering fly ball to right field. O'Neill is under it and makes the play for the 3rd out. Yankees are going to leave runners at first and second. So it's no runs, a hit. 2 runners left on base. Coming up in the bottom of the 9th is going to be Cowser, Mayo, and Jackson. So the bottom of the order is coming up. And this is your last opportunity to get your vote in. We are at 18 votes. So thank you, everyone who has participated in our active poll. We are at 25 likes, 5 short of our goal of 30 for each live stream. So if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. From our active scoreboard, the Guardians have defeated the Angels 3-2. As you know, we're in the bottom of the 9th. The Yankees lead the O's 6-2. Pirates lead the Rockies 3-0 in the top of the 9th. Nationals lead the Reds 7-2 in the top of 8. Phillies lead the Red Sox 2-1 in the bottom of the 9th. Rays now have a 5-0 lead on the Jays in the top of the 7th. Mets lead the Tigers 3-2 in the bottom of 6. The Braves lead the Cubs 5-2 in the top of 7. Twins lead the Marlins 3-0 in the bottom of 7. White Sox now lead the Royals 5-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Brewers lead the Padres 6-2 in the top of the 5th. Rangers now lead the Diamondbacks 3-1 in the top of the 5th. Mariners and Astros are locked up at 2s in the top of the 4th. And that is our active scoreboard for the night. And David Bednar is coming in to close this one out. Boone obviously wants to end this 4-game losing streak. Cowser is stepping up to plate, 0 for 3 on the night with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And the first pitch is on the way, and the curveball is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Nice curveball by Bednar. Bednar sets and fires, and that 4-seamer is up high. Count is 1-1. Bednar sets, fires, and the fastball is tipped into the glove of Wells. Count is 1-2. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and that one is fouled off down the left field line. Count is going to remain 1-2. Bednar is coming with a little bit of heat tonight. That was another 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and the splitter is just a bit high. Count is 2-2. I don't know. I might have challenged that one. Bednar sets, and he fires, and the ball is tipped into the glove of Wells for call, strike three. And that is the first out. And it looks like Leody Taveras is coming in to pinch hit for Kobe Mayo. And Bednar sets, fires, and the fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Taveras is hitting .260 on the season, 2 home runs, 19 RBIs, and a .762 OPS. Bednar sets and fires, and the pitch is just tipped foul. Count is 0-2 on Taveras. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight back. Count remains 0-2 on Taveras. Bednar sets, and he fires, and the splitter is down low. Count is 1-2. And Bednar sets, fires, and this pitch is chopped to Goldschmidt. Goldie fields it cleanly and takes it himself for the second out. So the Yankees are 1 out away from closing this game down and ending this 4-game losing streak. Jeremiah Jackson coming up to bat. 0 for 3 on the night. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is chop foul. Count is 0-1. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-2. So the Orioles are down to their final strike, final out. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is sky to right field. Judge is tracking it, and he is going to make it the play. And that is going to end the 4-game losing streak for the Yankees. The Yankees win. And tomorrow's game has been changed. It was originally scheduled as a 6:30 game. However, they've got bad weather coming into Baltimore, so they are moving the game to 1 o'clock. So I will be here to call the live play-by-play at 1. The numbers for tonight: the Yankees have 6 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. The Orioles have 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. Will Warren is going to pick up his 5th win of the season. Tyler Rogers is going to pick up his 4th loss of the season. And we are at 27 likes. So if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out before we end this stream. I've dropped a couple of shorts over last night tonight. If you haven't, take this opportunity to go over and check them out and let me know what you think. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your busy Tuesday night to listen to a little bit of baseball. And I'm going to end this stream in my traditional fashion with Let's Go Yankees, and we'll see you in the funny papers. Have a great night.
I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. I don't ever slow up.